Hi everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day. If you clicked on this video, I'm Sasha and this is my channel where I like to make videos to uplift you guys, guide you through anything. This is a very safe space where you're always very welcome. It is a channel for positivity, self-love, and everything to do with self-improvement. So today's video, I just want to focus on some habits that I changed in my life to help me elevate to become a happier girl, to be healthier, and to just be more at peace with my life. And I really hope that this video can help someone who is dealing with a lot of chaos in their life. And I just want to show you guys that your life doesn't have to consist of chaos and constantly being stressed out and worried about everything that is just superficial and minor. So I hope you enjoy this video. The first habit that I changed in my life was I stopped telling people everything. You will find this great inner peace the moment you stop oversharing. The reason why I struggled with oversharing, and you really have to get to the root of the issue, for me, it was a lot of the times that I felt kind of lonely, and I felt like if I'm able to just open up with everyone and I'm just going to tell every single person things that are happening to me, what's going on in my life, my wins, my goals, things like that, if I just share them, then I'm going to have friends and then I'm going to build strong relationships. And the fact of the matter is, yes, being deeper with people, opening up to people does create stronger and healthier connections, but that is if you already developed that level of trust with them in the first place, that it's like, okay, yeah, I can trust you enough to open up to you. Like, we are at that level of friendship where I'm able to open up to you. But if it's just anyone and everyone, you have to understand that not everyone has good intentions. And I know that hurts to hear, but that's just the reality of life. Some people are jealous. Some people are just like envious and unhappy with their own life, so they're going to take it out on you. Some people just simply don't want you to win because they just don't want you to be above them. There are so many factors as to why people act the way they do, but it is not your job to figure it out. All you have to do is focus on yourself. And I came up with this thing in my head where I'm just like, I have a tunnel vision in my eyes. I focus like this. Whatever is going on outside of my life, whatever nonsense I can control, other people's rude opinions, commentary, judgments, whatever it is going on outside of this tunnel, I have my eyes on my goals and on the things that I want to do and on the woman that I want to become. And that is how you have to think. You have to really get clear with who you want to be. You have to become a no-nonsense person, okay? Because we are so easily distracted, I think, these days, especially because of social media. I myself included. I mean, I'm a teenage girl, like, obviously, I go on TikTok and I go on Instagram and I just see what's going on in everyone else's lives. And it's so easy for your head to sway in the wrong direction. But that's just taking your mind and your focus away from the things that are really important to you, like your goals and the commitments and the intentions that you set for yourself on the daily. So I really just want you to focus in on that and cancel out the noise and stop telling people everything. Just stop. It's not right, okay? It's not going to benefit you. People are going to gossip. People are going to spread rumors. People are going to twist your stories. People are going to twist your words. They're just going to make you out to be whoever they want to be in their heads. Okay, so the less that you share, the happier you'll be. And that doesn't mean that you can't have 3 or 5 close friends, family members that you trust, that you want to open up with, to share goals with, because that's an incredible feeling, right? Like knowing you won. But remember to be careful who you trust and be careful who you open up to, because like I said, not everyone has good intentions, and you'll just learn that along the way. And then once you're able to realize, okay, like honestly, the only validation I need, to me, is just God's validation. That's it. As long as He knows, as long as I know that He's proud of me and proud of the girl that I'm becoming, that's all I care about. As long as I can take a look at myself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you because you were doing better than you were a month ago or yesterday or 2 weeks ago, that you're progressing, that's all I care about. Okay, I don't really feel the need to go ahead and tell everyone everything except for my close friends and my parents or whoever I trust the most. So just keep your things to yourself, keep your accomplishments to yourself, and just win in silence. The second thing is to stop letting other people's opinions draw you away from your passions and your goals. I think one of the biggest reasons why a lot of us don't progress and don't move forward is because we are so afraid of being judged. And I used to be like this when I was really little, and honestly, a couple of years ago, I used to be like this too. There was a lot of things that I've always dreamed of being, always dreamed of becoming, and I never pursued those things because I was constantly so afraid of what other people would say. I was afraid of what my classmates would say. I was so afraid of what my family members would say or whoever around me. I was afraid of being critiqued. Because if you're in the public eye or you're posting videos on the internet, you're trying a new hobby, maybe you're really risking it and trying a new business and putting yourself out there and doing things that are just out of the ordinary to people. And what I mean by this is, like, if you're not quiet and you're not staying in the norm of what people say you're supposed to be doing, first of all, I just want to say I'm so proud of you, because it takes a lot to really put yourself out there. It takes a lot to post videos. It takes a lot to start something new, to try something new, because you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're not like in your little shell and in your little bubble that kind of people want you to stay at. So proud of you for that. But I just want to say that people will form opinions of you regardless of what you do, because let me fill you in on a little secret, not so secret, but you have to view it from a perspective of, like, these people come from all sorts of places. You have to understand, we all have different cultures, we have different households, we come from different homes, we come from different lives. We all are such different people. We're all human beings, but we are so different in so many ways. Some people were raised to think differently than others. Some people, it's just in their culture not to like what you're doing, right? So you can't absorb everyone's opinions. If what you're doing isn't hurting anyone and it's making you happy and it's something that you wake up and you're just like, I look forward to doing this. I look forward to posting a video. I look forward to going to the gym. Own it and love what you do. Own what you do. That's the thing, is you got to just own it and cancel out the noise. People, no matter what you do in life, are going to say something about you. There's going to be someone or a group of people or maybe 10 people or more or whatever who are unhappy with what you're doing. But honestly, if you just shift your focus away from people who aren't proud of you and people who don't want you to succeed to people who love you and who just want to see you win and who just want to see you shine, the more you focus on those people, you realize, okay, yeah, like, I have people around me who love me, and what I'm doing is helping people. What I'm doing is giving people positivity, and what I'm doing is just something that I love to do. And that's how you have to think. If you love to do it, it's yours, okay? And you can't let anyone else take that away from you. That goes to say too, if you're afraid of starting something new and you're intimidated because you just think, oh, those people at the gym, they've been here for like years and years, like they know so much more than me, or this person who's interviewing me at this job just has so much more experience. They were once in your position too. They sat in that chair just like you did getting interviewed. They started out at the gym not knowing how to lift whatever weights that you're starting to lift at. You have to understand that everyone started from something. And you cannot take a look at someone else who's on their chapter 50, who's on these plans and these business plans and whatever, and compare it to your chapter 1. Okay? Remember, they were learning once too, and they're continuing to learn, because being a human doesn't mean at one point you stop learning. It means you're always growing, you're always finding new ways to elevate, and you're always evolving, because I truly believe that that's the purpose of the human experience. So just remember, when you feel intimidated and you're afraid of judgment, those people were in your position once too. And do not ever take criticism from someone that you don't want to be like. Okay, if it is a rude person, someone at your school who's a bully, someone who's just not nice, unkind, and just pouring negativity out there, literally pray for them. Take a time and just pray for them, because people like that are just internally struggling so much that they're projecting it out onto you. Okay, it's not you. I promise you, it's not you. It's not your hobbies. It's not your character. It's the fact that they're struggling and they're just trying to bring everyone down. And that's not your business, okay? You don't have to listen to every single thing and every single opinion that comes in, okay? It's good to take constructive criticism, right? Like, you have someone that you look up to and you take constructive criticism for them. That's great. But remember, not everyone's opinion deserves your attention. Next is fitness. I cannot stress enough how much this has changed my life, how much this has changed my lifestyle and my routine. Waking up early, even if it's going for a walk for 20 minutes and just being outside and just being in touch with like the world and just breathing, just walking, being healthy, it is such a beautiful feeling. Okay, like ever since I started consistently working out, I have felt so happy. And it is literally scientifically proven that working out releases endorphins and just makes you a happier person. And it's true. It takes away your stress, your anxiety about certain things. It's a great way to escape. It's a very healthy coping mechanism if you're struggling mentally, to go for a walk, to go for a run, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, okay? You don't have to go to the gym 5 times a week and every single day. If that's you, good for you. Honestly, that's awesome. But if that's not you and you just want to go for a walk, listen to your music, that's such a healthy way to think. Another thing, the foods that you consume. And I'm not trying to say you can't have ice cream anymore, you can't eat this anymore. Obviously not. That's not the right way to think. But it's more about prioritizing eating whole foods, high protein, eating foods that fuel your body, that give you energy, that is such a game changer in your life. That is a habit that I changed in my life that has not only cleared up my skin, my gut health, but also just cleared up my entire life. I just feel so much happier, I feel free, and I just feel healthier as a person, which is extremely, extremely important. Finding friends that you want to be like and staying away from people that you don't want to be like. This is a huge factor if you want to become a better version of yourself, because the people that you surround with really impact your life, whether you think it or not. It is actually 100% true that the people that you hang out with are who you tend to start to become. So if you're hanging around with people who are doing unhealthy things, participating in toxic patterns, or just do things that you know aren't right, and you just continue to hang around these people are going to bring you down, and they're going to drag you down with them. Because when you start wanting to change your life, and when you start saying, this is not the life that I want to be living, I want to be a healthier person, I want to be someone I'm proud of, this is not the type of lifestyle I want to be living, they're just going to try to bring you down. And people like that, people who don't have ambitions in life, people who don't want to progress, people who don't have goals and intentions that they set for themselves, will just continue to bring you down because they see you shining and they want to be like that, but they just don't have the motivation to, so they're just going to try to bring you to that level. Do not waste your energy on that, okay? Your energy is sacred. Your time is sacred. You have to understand how valuable you are as a person. And I'm not saying this to be ego driven and to be I'm the most important person. Of course not. We're all important as human beings, but you have to understand your value to the point where you're just I'm not going to hang around people who are going to bring me down, who are going to put me to do things that aren't right, who are going to lead me to toxic cycles in my life. You do not deserve that, okay? You're allowed to walk away from things and walk away from a version of yourself that you weren't proud of or that you didn't like. You can say goodbye to these people, you can wish them well, and you're allowed to move on with your life. Okay, you are more than welcome to just let go of things that no longer serve you to become a better version of yourself. And then once you meet people who you want to be like, you're going to realize, okay, this is such a great friendship I have, because I can elevate. I can just constantly grow around my friends. Every time I see my friends doing things, I'm just I want to learn how to do that too, and I want to learn how to do that too. And you guys just both push each other in different ways. You have your strengths, they have their strengths, and you guys both motivate each other, whether it's mental health, physical health, whatever it is. If you're around people who are driven, who are ambitious, they constantly want to work for more, they constantly want to do better, and that's the type of person that you want to be, not somebody who doesn't have anything in their lives that they want to work on or become. So I didn't get to finish this earlier, but honestly it's gorgeous because the sun is setting. But the next point I was going to make was spending time alone. I can't stress enough, guys, how important it is to solo date, to get to know yourself, to spend time in therapy or in prayer or just time by yourself. It is this peace that you will find, and it'll make you realize you're not going to look around for relationships that are unhealthy or that are toxic, and you don't have this urge to just stick around with whoever is available. You really just learn to protect yourself. You learn to have boundaries, which are extremely important. I used to never have boundaries because I didn't know who I was protecting. That's the last thing I want to talk about, is you have to figure out, who do I want to protect and who do I want to be? So starting now, I want you to not be afraid to spend time alone. Being single is a blessing. It gives you a chance to try a new hobby, find something that you love to do, get to know why you are the way that you are, explore yourself mentally in a way that you'll get to realize why you think the way you do, and maybe you will realize how can I develop mentally? How can I grow as a person? How can I evolve? And I think it's just such a beautiful thing, because in life you're never going to stop growing. And I just want you to remember that being alone is a gift, and you can just really get to know yourself by spending time alone. But the last thing I just want to say is, take this time of your life to really map out the person that you want to be, the person that you really just want to become, the woman or the man that you look up to in a way, and you can become that person. You can become anyone you want to be. You can pursue anything you want to do, because you're brilliant, you're amazing, and you show up for yourself so much. So if you're seeing this video and you have a certain goal and you want to pursue something in life, you want to become someone, you want to do something interesting and cool, I really hope that you find it in your heart to pursue your dreams and to become the best version of yourself. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope that you can take this advice and carry it with you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.